Hi, good day everyone. I'm Shamla Sukakumaran, psychology student from OUM Pattupahat, wish to perform a presentation on personality and gender differences in global perspective. Gender has always been a distinct factor that differentiates one person from the other. In general, gender describes the role, rights, and responsibilities that society consider appropriate for men and women. In this way, an individual's personality distinguishes the gender differences across various cultures. In conjunction with that, I will discuss in brief regarding the aspects of personality, those related to gender differences in my upcoming presentation. Before I'm stepping into the main points of this topic, let me explain what is personality first. According to APA, the Dictionary of Psychology, personality refers to the enduring characteristics and behavior that comprise a person's unique adjustment to life. What are the unique adjustments? Actually, these unique adjustments are including our major traits, interests, drive, values, self-concept, abilities, and emotional patterns, those helping in classifying him or her under a certain class. There are various theories explaining the structure and development of personality different in many ways, but all of them agreed that personality helps in determining someone's behavior. The gender differences are defined as typical differences between men and women that are specific to a particular culture and usually influenced by its attitudes and practices. In general, these gender differences are emerged in a variety of domains such as careers, communications, and interpersonal relationships. In the first place, men and women are biologically different. Their biological differences lead to fundamental physical differences in size, such as men are more muscular than women and difference in their anatomies. In general, women are carrying their baby for 10 months in their wombs during pregnancy journey and nurturing the children after delivery with lactation process, while men's contribution in producing offspring is limited at the stage of fertilization only. This genetic difference is mainly due to the variance in biological functions for both men and women. In brief, the biological factors have influenced women's personality to be more nurturing and empathizing relationship compared with men who are more logical and goal-oriented. When it comes to social context, the social role model explains that gender differences result from the adoption of gender roles which define appropriate conduct for men and women. In the cross-cultural perspective, men in all cultures are typically stronger and physically stronger than women. Thus, they may universally have assigned roles as leaders in which they learn to become more assertive than women. In this way, women are always related to loving and caring roles across different cultures. With the purpose of personality identity, there are masculine and feminine characteristics has been assigned by society for both men and women. In my opinion, such values could affect the development of gender differences in personality traits since there are few stereotypic gender roles like women are to cook while men are to be fit. Various researches and studies has been carried out since those days in identifying and categorizing human personality traits in a simpler way. Many researchers felt that Cattell's theory was too complicated with 16 personality factors, while Einstein's three-factor theory was too limited in scope. As a result, the Big Five personality traits emerged and are used to describe the broad traits that serve as building blocks of personality. There are five primary personality traits represents a range between two extremes under the Big Five personality traits method. This method actually explains the gender differences in details based on five core personality traits. In psychology, the Big Five is regarded as the gold standard of personality analytics, and it gives a simple blueprint to understanding others, improving relationships by knowing why people tend to behave the way that they do. Openness to experiences, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism are known as the Big Five personality traits, or as OCEAN, an easy to remember acronym. Under this model, gender differences in personality traits are often characterized in terms of which gender has higher scores on that specific trait on average. The first trait from the Big Five personality trait is the openness to experience. It describes a dimension of cognitive style that distinguishes imaginative and creative people from down-to-earth and conventional people. In general, open-minded people are intellectually curious, appreciative of art, and sensitive to beauty. Since men are intellectually oriented, they score higher than women in openness to new ideas and experiences in their everyday life, while women score higher than men in openness to aesthetics and feelings since they are described as sensitive gender to emotions. Thus, women are nearly twice as likely as men to be diagnosed with depression due to their intense emotionality traits than men. Actually, this is really a very shocking news for the women. The second trait, consciences, describes traits related to self-discipline, organization, and the control of impulses. It appears to reflect the ability to exert self-control in order to follow rules or maintain goal pursuit. Women score higher than men in consciences trait since they are described as more careful, diligent, and cautiousness personality in decision-making process. For example, a study on 2016 showed that women typically obtain higher GPAs in college than men with similar admission test scores due to their higher score in conscientious trait, which encompasses things like dependability, persistence, and achievement striving. The third trait, extraversion, is the tendency to focus on gratification obtained from outside the self. It indicates how outgoing and social a person is. Extraversion reflects sociability, assertiveness, and positive emotionality, all of which have been linked to sensitivity to rewards. Various gender differences are small on the overall domain level of extraversion, with women typically scoring higher than men. Actually, women tend to score higher than men on warmth and positive emotions, while men score higher than women on assertiveness and excitement seeking. Thus, we can tell that men and women do not differ much on the traits of extraversion, but on average, women are said to be more extroverts than men in the aspects those has been shown in the slide. The fourth trait, agreeableness, involves the tendency toward cooperation, maintenance of social harmony, and consideration of the concerns of others. It comprises traits relating to altruism such as empathy and kindness. In general, women consistently score higher than men on agreeableness and related measures such as tender-mindedness. However, women who are too agreeable begin to experience negative effects on their mental health such as depression, low self-esteem, or anxiety when they are neglecting themselves while focusing on other people's happiness. This proves that women are at higher risk for anxiety than men due to their higher score in agreeableness personality trait. The fifth trait of Big Five personality trait is the neuroticism. Neuroticism reflects a person's level of emotional stability. It describes the tendency to experience negative emotions and related processes in response to perceived threat and punishment. Actually, these include anxiety, depression, anger, self-consciousness, and emotional lability. In general, women have been found to score higher than men on neuroticism due to their poor emotional stability. For example, women are related to higher level of annoyance in relationship than men due to their neuroticism trait. After we came across all the five domains of Big Five personality traits, we can see that women reported themselves to be higher in neuroticism, agreeableness, conscientiousness, warmth, a facet of extraversion, and openness to feelings compared to men, while men reported themselves to be higher in assertiveness, a facet of extraversion, and openness to ideas. In general, the Big Five was developed to organize personality traits rather than as a comprehensive theory of personality. Therefore, it is more descriptive than explanatory and does not fully account for differences between individuals, especially men and women. In conclusion, personality traits show clear gender differences in the context of nature of culture and cultural representations of genders across the globe. I would like to finish my presentation with this famous quote: personality begins where comparison leaves off. So, be unique, be memorable, be confident, and be proud. Thank you.